Hello student, welcome once again to my YouTube chemistry channel. So this is the second video of organic chemistry for class 12. In the previous video I have discussed about haloalkanes preparation classification. In this video we are going to discuss about the reactions of haloalkanes through nucleophilic substitution, elimination reaction and reaction with metals. First we are going to discuss about the nucleophilic substitution reaction. So from the name it is very much clear. बिल्कुल clear है बच्चों, आप थोड़ा सा समझिए and focus कीजिए. बहुत इजी है आप लोगों के लिए समझना. न्यूक्लियोफिलिक इज न्यूक्लियोफाइल. एक्चुअली इट विल अटैक ऑन अ compound and it will replace the halogen group. Here you can see there is ethyl bromide, so halogen group is there and it reacts with sodium metal. So what happened, there is a removal of NaBr and formation of a hydrocarbon, that is your N-butane. Okay, so this is one of the best examples of nucleophilic substitution. Next is your order of reactivity of haloalkane, already discussed in my previous video, that is Ri, then Rbr, Rcl and Rf, that is your alkyl halides, ethyl iodide, ethyl bromide, ethyl chloride and ethyl fluoride, if we consider R as ethyl. Similarly we can consider any group like butyl, butyl, ethyl, pentyl, hexyl, heptyl. So here R represent the alkyl group. Reason behind this, that because the leaving group ability in the order. Now let's talk about the haloalkanes nucleophilic substitution mechanism. So by two process there is a nucleophilic substitution. First is SN1 reaction, second is SN2 reaction. SN1 reaction is also known as substitution unimolecular. In SN2 we consider it as a SN2 as a bimolecular. Why it is called bimolecular? Let me discuss in my next slides. So SN1 is a two-step mechanism, however SN2 is a single-step mechanism. In SN1 there is a racemic mixture form, however in SN2 there is an inversion, like the initial compound or the starting material is having R configuration, the product will have a S configuration. So क्या है, there is a difference between the two. This is the two difference, major differences between the reaction which goes by SN1 reaction mechanism and those which goes by the SN2 reaction mechanism. All the reactions which goes by SN1 reaction are of first order reaction, and those reaction which moves through SN2 reaction are second order reaction. ये स्लाइड बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है बच्चों, सो आई होप यू गाइस कैन टेक अ स्नैपशॉट ऑफ दिस. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंपैरिजन बिटवीन द SN1 and SN2. If you guys are clear about this main differences between the two, it becomes easy for you to distinguish that whether the reaction is SN1 or whether the reaction is going through the reaction mechanism going through the SN2 reaction mechanism. So you guys can take a snapshot of it. Next is haloalkane substitution nucleophilic unimolecular, that is SN1 reaction. How the reaction proceeds in SN1 reaction mechanism, I am going to discuss about this. It is a first order reaction, as I already told you in my previous slides. So this, it is a two-step reaction mechanism. In first step what happened, there is a formation of carbocation which is considered as a slowest step and it is reversible. And the second one is there is a attack of nucleophile. So what happened, first there will be a formation of carbocation, so there will be a partial positive charge, so it becomes easy for a nucleophile to attack. So in second step there will be a attack of nucleophile, and first step is slowest and it is a reversible step. The mechanism is governed by the stability of the carbocation form. Okay, so it is very important to remember. बच्चों बिल्कुल अच्छे से आप पढ़िए, इस चीज को समझिए कि क्या लिखा हुआ है इसमें, जो पॉइंट मैंने मेंशन किया, that the mechanism is governed by the stability of the carbocation form. Therefore the order of reaction will be first order reaction in case of SN1. So the nucleophilic substitution of alkyl halides, step 1. आप लोग इसको थोड़ा 3D इमेज मैंने इसमें एक ऐड किया है. Here the carbon is sp3 hybridized. Okay, in this step the polarized C and Br, because there is a difference in polarity between carbon and bromine, because bromo, as you know, it is a halogen, so it is electronegative element, and carbon is it is having 4 electrons only, so undergoes slow cleavage to produce a carbocation and a bromide. When bromide leaves, there is a formation of carbocation. So how it happens in bimolecular, that is SN2 reaction, it is one step reaction mechanism, it is second order reaction. these are the different points which I am actually discussing with you, that what is the difference between SN1 and SN2. In previous I have discussed the points of SN1 reaction. Now this is SN2 reaction, which we called it as a bimolecular. In that we have seen there are two steps. First step in unimolecular reaction, that is SN1, there is a formation of carbocation, and in second step there is a attack of nucleophile. However, in SN2 reaction it is a single step mechanism and it is second order reaction. It take place via the formation of transition state. So in SN2 बच्चों, SN2 में क्या हो रहा है, एक transition state formation हो रही है. However, in SN1 there is no transition state formation, and the transition state is a 5-membered intermediate. Okay, steric hindrance governs the mechanism. In this, what happened? There will be a steric hindrance because there is a transition state. So there is a steric hindrance which governs the mechanism, and therefore the order of reaction will be 2O. That is second order reaction. Here you guys can see this is nucleophilic substitution of alkyl halide by SN2 mechanism. Carbon is sp3. The incoming nucleophile attacks the alkyl halide. यहाँ पे कार्बोकटाइन नहीं है, अल्काइल हैलाइड पे अटैक करता है, एंड द बॉन्ड बिटवीन द कार्बन एंड Br partially breaks. There is no complete bond breaking, and the bond between C and OH is partially formed. So there is a partial bond formation and partial bond breaking. Now moving on to the haloalkane nucleophilic substitution reaction. So how it happens, what is the mechanism through which there is a substitution of a nucleophile? There is a replacement of halogen by a hydroxy group. Already told you, hydroxy we consider it as a nucleophile because it is having negative charge over it, and there is a formation of alcohol. So the halogen group get replaced by the attack of a nucleophile, and here the nucleophile is hydroxy group. और हाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप का सोर्स क्या है हमारे यहाँ पे? अल्कली, दैट इज एक्वस KOH सॉल्यूशन. बच्चों फोकस कीजिए थोड़ा सा, इसको अच्छे से समझ लेंगे. वंस इट इज क्लियर फॉर यू, यू विल नेवर गेट कंफ्यूज कि कैसे होता है मैकेनिज्म है. बेसिकली वेरी सिंपल है, बहुत ही सिंपल. थोड़ा सा समझ लीजिए आप एक बार व्हाट एग्जैक्टली गोइंग ऑन इन दिस रिएक्शन. दिस इज न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन वेयर more reactive group, that is a nucleophile, will attack and the halogen group will leave. So halogen group can be considered as a leaving group. Next, moving on to the next slide, that is nucleophilic substitution reaction. There is a replacement of halogen by a cyano group or isocyano. Again same, one nucleophile which is more reactive can easily replace the less reactive atom. So here cyano group is a more nucleophile, it can easily replace the halogen group with sodium cyanide and ethanol. So alkyl cyanide or nitriles are formed. So NaCN is ion, it gives cyanidines, and cyanide is an excellent nucleophile. Let me tell you, cyanide is more reactive than halogen, so it can easily replace the halogen group. So it attacks the alkyl halide through its carbon by an SN2 mechanism. Now let's talk about nucleophilic substitution reaction. I already told you alkyl isocyanide or isonitrile. So there is cyanide is CN, isonitrile is NC. So AgCN is essentially covalent, hence the lone pair on the nitrogen is mainly available for the bond formation. This result in the predominant formation of isocyanide and not cyanides. Okay, so this is the second, that is nucleophilic substitution reaction, and here the replacement is done of halogen group by isocyano group. Now moving on to the next one, that is Grignard reaction. In this Grignard, what happened there, as I already discussed in detail about the Grignard reaction, that RMGX on reaction a haloalkane with magnesium metal in dry ether, RMGX, the carbon and magnesium bond is covalent but highly polar. Grignard में क्या होता है? RMGX होता है. In Grignard what happened? Magnesium metal is electropositive. There is a partial positive charge on metal, that is Mg, and there is a partial negative charge on the alkyl group. So in which alkyl will act as a nucleophile and it will attack on the partial positive charge. So Grignard reagent is highly reactive. It reacts with the source of proton to give hydrocarbon. It is therefore necessary to avoid the even traces of moisture. Very important बच्चों, बहुत important point लिखा हुआ है यहाँ पे. As we all know, Grignard is RMGX, that is your magnesium alkyl halide, basically the compound is, and this reaction is highly moisture sensitive because अगर moisture मिल गया उसको, so moisture break up into H plus and OH ion, and immediately H ion will react with R and RH, that is your hydrocarbon will form, and MgOH get liberated out as a byproduct. So whenever we perform the Grignard reaction, we have to be very careful that there has to be complete absence, or we can say the Grignard reaction is performed in a anhydrous reaction, in an anhydrous condition. Okay, so it is therefore necessary to avoid the even traces of moisture from a Grignard reagent. Next I have discussed about the reaction with metals. Here I have discussed about the Woods reaction. बच्चों लास्ट मैंने वीडियो में एक आपका सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन में शायद वुड्स रिएक्शन ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया है. हेयर अगेन आई एम डिस्कसिंग. तो मेन आप लोग देख सकते हैं, देयर इज इथाइल ब्रोमाइड एंड इट रिएक्ट्स विद सोडियम मेटल. दिस इज नोन एज Wood's reaction. On reacting the haloalkane with sodium metal in dry ether alkane and double the number of carbon atoms. So there is a formation of N-butane. As you can see, initially there is a ethyl bromide 2 carbon atom and the product is a 4 carbon chain. So this is the beauty of the reaction of Wood's reaction. Here what happened? The alkyl chain get accumulated and there is a formation of hydrocarbon with more carbon atom. Now moving on to the next topic, that is the elimination reaction. So there is a beta elimination reaction. How it happens? Alkyl halide is heated with concentrated alcoholic KOH. So there is a difference between substitution reaction and elimination reaction. क्या difference है दोनों में मैं आपको समझाना चाहूँगा. In substitution reaction there is always alcoholic KOH. However, when we talk about elimination, there is a let me make it clear. जब भी हमारा सब्स्टिट्यूशन होगा वहाँ पे हमारा एक्वस KOH होगा, और जब भी हमारा एलिमिनेशन होगा वहाँ पे अल्कोहलिक KOH होगा. तो एलिमिनेशन में देयर इज अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ डबल बॉन्ड. तो डबल बॉन्ड के लिए क्या होता है, वहाँ पे अल्कोहलिक KOH यूज़ करना पड़ता है. बट जहाँ पे हम लोग सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं हेलोजन ग्रुप को हाइड्रोक्सी से, वहाँ पे हम एक्वस KOH लेते हैं. सो व्हाट आई हैव रिटन ओवर हियर, लेट मी रीड आउट दिस slide for you, that alkyl halide is heated with concentrated alcoholic KOH. A molecule of hydrogen halide, that is HX, is eliminated and an alkene is formed. बच्चों बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है यहाँ पे ये पॉइंट जो मैंने आपको बताया अभी. इसमें क्या होता है, देयर इज अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ डबल बॉन्ड, ओके, एंड अल्कोहलिक KOH इज यूज. इन दिस डिहाइड्रोहेलोजिनेशन इज फॉर्म्ड. डिहाइड्रोहेलोजिनेशन मतलब HX is removed, so it is known as dehydrohalogenation. Hydro means H ion, halogen is HX, so HX get removed and the hydrogen atom is eliminated from beta carbon, the carbon atom which is attached to your halogen group. So next carbon to this carbon, okay, that is known as beta carbon. So there is a removal of halogen. Now the next one is your elimination through Sidzoff rule. So what is written over here, if there is a possibility of formation of more than one alkenes, Sidzoff rule is followed. ठीक है, अगर इसमें एक से ज़्यादा पॉसिबिलिटी है हमारे एल्कीन फॉर्मेशन की, तो वहाँ पे हम Sidzoff rule लगाते हैं. In dehydrohalogenation reaction, the preferred product is that alkene which has a greater number of alkyl group. तो वहाँ पे कौन सा alkene बनता है जिसके पास ज़्यादा number of carbon atoms की alkene chain बन रही है. Only that carbon chain will be formed and it is attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom. Thus a more substituted alkene is formed. So this is known as Sidzoff rule. क्या है, मैं एक बार और पढ़ लेता हूँ. In this dehydrogenation reaction again, minus HX will be there. And the preferred product is that alkene which is having the greater number of alkyl groups, जिसमें alkyl group chain बड़ी होगी and attached to the doubly bonded carbon atom, और जो कि doubly bonded carbon atom से attach होगा, and there will be more substitution. Okay, this is known as Sidzoff rule. So thank you बच्चों. इस टॉपिक में अभी तक मैंने इतना ही आप लोगों के लिए स्लाइड्स बनाई है. इन माई कमिंग वीडियोज आई विल अपलोड मोर वीडियोज ऑन मोर टॉपिक्स ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री ऑन योर अल्कोहल, फिनॉल, ईथर्स. मैंने काफ़ी सारे क्वेश्चंस भी अपलोड किए हैं डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री के, बेस्ड ऑन योर प्रीवियस बोर्ड एग्जाम्स. आई होप यू गाइज मस्ट हैव सीन दोज वीडियोज़, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर बोर्ड एंड कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम. आई होप आप लोग सारी वीडियोज़ मेरी देखेंगे और जितना ज़्यादा आप लोग इसका बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं. इन केस इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट प्लीज़ कमेंट ऑन दीज वीडियोज़. और अगर आप लोगों को कुछ और इसमें मेरे इम्प्रूवमेंट का लगता है, देयर इज़ अ फर्दर स्कोप ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट इन माई वीडियोज़, I can do that. So do share, subscribe. Thank you so much.